The African League can go and swivel. Once again, the African League have come out and said they want reparations off Britain, holding the begging bowl out, trying to get money out of us. Money, of course, that we do not have. This is, they say, because of the slave trade. It's a shame that they don't point out a few basic facts. It's a shame that idiots in the Labour Party, by the way, I've got no faith that this government will stand up to them and say we're not going to pay them anything. If anything, they probably agree with Africa. It was this country that put a stop to the slave trade with the cost of a lot of lives. And if you work it out in real terms, what money was worth then, we actually spent more getting rid of the slave trade in relative terms than we spent on World War II. The Africans themselves fought against us to stop us getting rid of the slave trade. The tribal leaders in Africa fought against us because they were quite enjoying selling slaves to colonial empires in Europe. They didn't want it to end either. They were enslaving their own people. But they don't want to talk about that, and neither do oafs like Lammy. I suggest that Britain demands compensation from the Scandinavian countries for the Viking invasion, that we demand reparations from Rome for the Roman invasion and occupation. I had at least one family member that died in a concentration camp during World War II. I demand reparations from the German government. I also demand reparations from the Ukrainians, because a lot of their soldiers were the ones guarding prisoner of war camps, such as Sobibor and other places. So let's have some money out of Ukraine instead of sending more over there, because they were definitely involved in slavery. If concentration camps weren't slavery, then what were they? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. These people want to pick on Britain because we're such a successful country relative to our size. Then I'm going to do the same to all the other countries in the world that pretend they're whiter than white.